Stewart, top priorities for you in 2025. I know you've got a bunch of them. Give us your top one or two.
Sure. Thanks, Luke. One of the critical things we want to do this year is publish a data and AI weaponization strategy. How do we weaponize our data and our digital technologies? And it's kind of oriented, I'll give you a sneak peek at how we're thinking about it. So we're really thinking quite closely about something we call night after. And I think this kind of orients against Ramesh's point and John's point about the need, like how do you basically leverage these enterprise technologies if such AI capabilities were available on the network, how would you use them? This is something we're really thinking closely about. So in night after, the basic idea is in the night after the start of a conflict, all commanders will face the same digital learning dilemma. Digital learning dilemma. Here's how it's articulated. In the night after the start of a conflict, how do you take the data from yesterday that was collected and the information that was collected, use it to fight better tomorrow? How do you adapt based on the automatic collection of data? And so we call that process going from the creation of data to a adaptation or effect, the bits to effect cycle. Basically, that's your timeline to adapt. And if you can do that, going from the creation of data to a data-driven effect faster than your adversary, you can adapt faster than them. But if you're slower, they adapt faster to you. This is important because in a protracted war where there's more learning cycles, you could potentially become better over time and compound your gains over time against an adversary. Vice versa, if they do it faster than us, they become better over the course of a war, potential war, versus us. And so we're actually assessing the way in which we leverage data and AI technologies by the speed to effect. And that's notably what our data and AI weaponization strategy is focused on. One more point I'll make about this. It may not seem, that point may not seem obvious, but I'll give you an industry comparable. And John sort of touched on the use of observability tools. I think he implied instrumentation and telemetry in his comment. But if you look at all the big tech companies in the world, you cannot find one that delivers a product or service, a primary product or service, which is all of them, that do not undergird with the automatic collection of telemetry or automatically collected data and rapidly adapt their capabilities, small calibrations to compete. And notably, assertion here or hypothesis here, those that went out are the ones that are fastest to do it. So the question, you could kind of articulate this in another way. How can we adapt our operational systems like Facebook updates a newsfeed, like Google updates search, like SpaceX updates Starlink, like Tesla updates your car, right? And that is how we're thinking about the speed of adaptation during war.